Hey everybody, it is Tuesday and it is 2 o'clock, so that means it is time for Top 5 Tuesday. Top 5 Tuesday. Wow, it took me a while to spit that out. I am Kate Dillon from Crate Insider. I am your host for this weekly show. You can always join us at 2 o'clock on Tuesday on our Crate Insider Facebook page. And every week we'd like to do some type of a giveaway. So what we're giving away this week is from my friends over at BA Headers. So, well, some people say it is Bea, but the correct whoops. Huh.
I don't see you live.
I wasn't live because it decided to, I just got a live video stopped. Hang on. I apparently just restarted it.
I was trying to refresh to pull it up, but it wouldn't pull up.
Okay. I probably just had it sitting there waiting too long. All right, now we're going live again in 3. Hey everybody, it is Tuesday and it is 2 o'clock, so that means it is time for Top 5 Tuesday. I'm Kate Dillon. I am your host from CrateInsider.com, and of course we have our weekly show every week on Tuesday on our Crate Insider Facebook page. So if you're here joining us live, thank you for being here. And if you're not joining us live and you're seeing it on a replay, just to let you know, we're here every Tuesday, 2 o'clock Eastern. So be sure to join us. And every week we do a giveaway. So I want to tell you about, actually we do 2 giveaways. So let me tell you what our giveaway is today. So our first giveaway, and the way to enter, by the way, to enter for this giveaway is just to leave a comment. You can ask a question, you can say hi, kind of whatever, just whatever comments. And then at the end of this video, I'll bring up random number generator. We'll pick a random number, whichever, like if it's comment 5 and I pick the number 5, then that's who wins the thing. So this week we have a giveaway from our friends at BA Headers, BA Performance. And I love their headers. They're especially for the modifieds. I always have it's just a great experience with the modifieds, especially because they can be hard to fit. And BA has really done their homework as far as fitting headers. So I have this t-shirt here. I know some of people say Bea, but I talked to Joe last year at PRI and found out the right pronunciation is BA. So it's a little different. And then here's the back of the shirt right here. So our BA Performance shirt, and this one happens to be a large, so it is what it is. And if you win, then this will be what I send out. We also do a second drawing every week, and that second drawing is based on if you know what my sign said last week, and just put that in as a comment, and we'll do a separate drawing for that. And what we're giving away there is one of our sling grips. Now these sling grips, it's a smartphone mount. It goes on the back, it just sticks on here, and then it allows you to, it's just this like elastic band here so that you can use it to hold your phone. So it's super convenient, and it works on whether you've got a battery case on it or if you just have just a regular phone with no case on it, it'll stick to that too. Just had really great luck with those. So our Crate Insider sling grip, if you know what my sign said last week, so just leave that as a comment. Well, and I always like to have some kind of a feature or we can learn something on the show, and I've added, this is a product I've had in the store for quite a while, but it's something I haven't talked about a lot, and I didn't necessarily have it in stock, but we started selling more of them, so I brought it in. And what that is this is our DRP bearing packer. So this is such a cool tool, I think. So when it comes to packing bearings, you really don't, in order to get the best performance, you do not want to overpack your bearings. So like the old style of having like a bucket of grease and having grease in every nook and cranny of your bearing isn't really going to give you the best performance. You can end up with extra drag just by the fact that there's all this extra grease. Or we learned from Jason Grubb from Day to Day Lube. He was on the show about a month ago, and he was talking about how when you've got your bearings overpacked with grease, how then they don't allow any airflow, and so it really traps in more of that heat. So if you really want to be fancy, and you guys know I absolutely love tools, so this one's super cool. So how this works, I should have brought a bearing out, but you can set a bearing right in here and see this little needle right there. So there's this little needle, and it's it's attached to this gun where you will have a tube of grease, and then you're able to just squeeze the trigger. Here we go. There we go. We would squeeze the trigger in order to pump that grease in, and so the grease would come through here, and then you would just move your bearing one to the next, or if you want to do every other segment, that's a really popular way of doing it, and that way you don't over grease your bearings. And I just think this is like the coolest tool. This one is meant for like wide 5 type of bearings, and it is the DRP bearing packer. It runs $199. Now I have them in stock, so we'll be able to get that up for you right away. And I think it's a cool tool. So you have to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of this tool. In fact, there's a little demo of this tool. It wasn't on purpose, but there is a demo of it. There's a Daylube video when we first talked about Daylube, and that's when I first saw this bearing packer. So we've got a video of it in action, which I probably need to shoot another one. All right, so with that, let me go ahead and take a look at some comments here, see if anybody has any questions, and then we'll jump into our top 5 products of the week here. Let's see here. A few people know my sign, and just seeing if there's any questions. I can see Terry, he loves his sling grip, and there we go. And Brandon thinks that's cool. Great. Actually, I have one other featured item to talk about before we jump into top 5. Is, as many of you know, I really get into marketing and sponsorship and trying to help racers in the industry. So I have a whole separate company, Winning Motorsports Marketing. And as part of that, I really want to find out what racers are interested in, what they want to know, and so I've just developed a survey, and I would love for you to take that survey. So we will drop that into the link, we'll drop that link into the comments, and I would love for you to click over. It's 10 questions, and I'm also, probably in about a week or so, I'll be doing a drawing. I'm going to give away a $50 Visa gift card to a lucky winner, you know, so I would love just a little bit of an incentive there to have a chance to win something, because I know if you're as competitive as I am, you know, I want that chance to win something. So I'd love for you to fill out that survey, really get that feedback so I can really develop, you know, whether it's trainings or programs or systems or something to get that information to racers, the information that they really want about marketing and sponsorship. So please take my survey. I'd appreciate it. All right, next up, that brings us to our top 5 products of the week. And in the number 5 spot this week is a product we just introduced a couple of weeks ago. And this is from our friends at Hammond Motorsports. Dave's a good friend of mine. And the HMS, it's the caster gauge kit. And this is super cool. You put it onto your spindle there, or your, anyway, you put it, it's for chassis setup alignment. Anyway, you've got this this cool bracket right here with your angle finder, and then it has all of these different, if you have the whole kit, you have all of these different adapters so that you can go ahead and measure all of your angles. Because, you know, the hard thing with measuring like your caster angles is if a lot of guys can't get it, or a lot of mistakes are made when your wheels aren't just straight back and forth. If you're really not at 0 degrees and you're getting that angle, and then you turn it and then you're trying to get that angle, there can be a lot of mistakes made there. With this, you're mounting it right on there, and so you can get it all the way through that dynamic range. You can go ahead and jack up the car, then you drop it, and then you can see that change in the angle. Really, really convenient. We do have a video on that, so you can click on that HMS caster gauge, our link here, and we should have a video. I'll double check if we've got the video under the product listing. But the Hammond Motorsports caster gauge kit, it comes with the box, the whole deal, and it runs $199, and it's in the number 5 spot. This week in the number 4 spot, you know, we were just talking about greasing bearings, and in the number 4 spot is our Daylube. So Daylube, this would be a perfect grease to go ahead and put into your bearing packer. I do have a lot of people that buy both of these pieces at the same time. And the Daylube nano ceramic grease, great for those bearings, and pretty much anywhere else you need grease. And for this tube, it's a 16-ounce tube, and it runs $45.79. So that's in the number 4 spot. In the number 3 spot this week, you guys know how I am about safety too. So I like tools, and I like safety, and I like sponsorship. So like now you know about most of what I talk about. But in the number 3 spot, I'm really glad to see some guys being safe. And our number 3 this week is our fire bottle. This is the AMRC 1002 system. It's what's the one I refer to as the Lucas system, the Lucas Oil system, because it's the system that was mandated in the dirt late models for both World Racing Group and Lucas Oil a couple of years ago. So it has these lines here that you can see, and at the end of these are automatic, these are called automatic lines, because as you can see from the glass tube here, let me see if I can turn that, there we go. So we have a glass tube in here, it will automatically break at 170 degrees. So like, let's say your fuel cell is on fire and you can't see it, this way it'll detect that, it'll automatically set off the system. And then plus this has manual lines as well, so that you can then pull the cable. Like if you see a fire, then you could pull the cable yourself. And so this is the safest system that I'm aware of on the market. It happens to be a 10-pound system, so it means there's 10 pounds of chemical in here. And this runs $794.32. And I would say also, just getting the time of the year that it is, don't wait on this. Just go ahead and get it. When we get to the, I'm always thinking forward. We're in September. I'm already thinking about what's going to be going on next year. And when you wait too long, things can be back ordered. It can take a long time to get them. Now is a great time of year to pick up on some of this stuff. So this is a good time of year to pick one of those up. Next up in the number 2 spot is our 4-inch Walker air filter. Pardon me. Now our Walker air filter, this is an oiled filter, and it comes pre-oiled, so you can just go ahead and drop it right in there on top of your air filter base and you're ready to go. So no preparation needed on that at all. One thing we really love is the squishiness of the urethane. Let me see if you can see that. I guess I should put it so you can see it from the camera. But it's really squishy, and the best part about that is it creates a really tight seal between your air filter lid and your air filter base, so that you don't have any dirt that's creeping in at least not top and bottom. You're not, so that works out really well. A lot of customers that are very happy with the Walker air filters. These run $99, and they are washable and cleanable, so you can use them for quite some time. And going into these big races at the end of the year, you always want to be the most prepared, and especially when these big money races, this is a really good choice. All right, and let me take a look at some comments before we go to our number 1 product of the week here and see if we have any questions over here. Let's see. Do they make an adapter for the Grand National style bearings or front hub bearings on street stock cars? I think you mean for the bearing packer. Yes, they've got different adapters for that. I just happen to have the ones for the wide 5 because that's the biggest part of my customer base, but you can just contact me directly and we can get you the right adapter for that. No problem at all. Okay, let's see. Oh, we have, my goodness, Roy, welcome. We have a NASCAR official watching from North Carolina. Fantastic. And Mike says he saw the HMS kit, the caster gauge at Boone. Really nice piece of tooling. Such quality work that Dave does. So I'm very impressed. All right, so that brings us to our top product of the week, and that is our Schaefer's oil. So this is a 1030 oil, and it's been very popular, and it works great, whether it's a 602 or a 604. We really love it. Great results, and at a great price point as well, because we have a whole case. A case of 12 of these runs $104.49. So when I break that down, let me grab my calculator here, and so 104.49 divided by 12 gives us $8.71 a quart. And so $8.71 a quart, definitely a great value, especially when you compare it to other oils. So, and we use it because it's not because of the price, but because of the performance. It's a great, really oil. We sell 2 oils. We sell Schaefer's and we sell Klotz. This one happens to be on top this week, so in the number 1 spot is Schaefer's. All right, with that, I'm going to see if there are any other comments or questions, and we're going to go ahead and start doing some drawings here. Let me bring up my random number generator. And there we go. And I've got Alex in the studio today to help out with my drawings. And let's see here. There we go. I'm gonna swap some numbers there. Great. Okay, so he's going to find some winners for me here, but I'm going to see if there are any other questions. By the way, who's going to Virginia this next weekend? I'll be there for that big 50,000 to win crate race. I'm looking forward to it. So if you see me, say hi. I'll probably have some other announcements, probably do some driver interviews, just do some fun stuff. So if you see me at Virginia Motor Speedway in Jamaica, Virginia, definitely stop me and say hi. Love talking to people in person, not just on the computer. So I should have an answer here in a moment on our thing here. Let's see. And Kevin says, "Oh yeah, for my new car." That's great. Lots of new people here today, so I think that's fantastic. Love seeing that. And here we go. So our first winner is Steve Black. Steve, you are winning the BA Performance t-shirt. So Steve, if you would, please send me a private message with your address so I can get this sent out to you. And for our second drawing, which is our Crate Insider Sling Grip, is Willie Blackburn. So Willie, congratulations. And if you would do the same thing, send me your address so I can get that sent out to you. Anyway, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, part of Crate Insider. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 2 o'clock for Top 5 Tuesday. Have a great week.